What's up guys, it's Angel Polar I'm here from Angel's Clan and I'm finally back guys. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded a video in a while, but I'm finally back and I said that it's been too long, so I should upload a video. So what I'll be showing you guys today is some Black Ops 2 gameplay. It is zombies gameplay, as you can see on the map Nuketown Zombies. Basically I'm going to be showing you a guide how to get the high level rounds like Luke did on his on farm, but mine is on the map Nuketown Zombies. Now, as you know, Nuketown Zombies is a remake from the original Nuketown multiplayer map in Black Ops 1, and I think it's a really cool remake for it. The design is really good, and it's really good for it's really cool for zombies now. I'd like to give my opinions about the game. Basically, I think it's an amazing game. I'm loving the campaign. Multiplayer it's really different. It took me quite a while to get used to it, but since it's like so different to the old CODs, Call of Duties that we're used to, it took me quite a while to get used to it, but eventually I did. And zombies, as everyone knows, is just amazing. I mean, Call of Duty Black Ops has been famous for zombies, and it's one of the main things for the game. I think overall it's a really good game. Now I'd like to talk about the map, how things how things have changed, how this map is different from the old maps that we're used to. Basically, this map is different because, as you know, in old maps the main objective is to get perks. Well, first put on the power, then get perks, then get open all the doors, get try the chest, pack a bunch of weapons, and just get to as highest round as you can. This one is a bit different. The perks spawn randomly, as you can see. These boxes around, the stack of boxes are basically they represent the perks, the pack-a-punch, and they could spawn at any time. It could be a random perk at any random time, so you have to be lucky. It's a bit like Shinonuma, like you'll be lucky, you'll want to get Juggernaut first. And in this one there's no power, you could just buy the perk straight away. Another cool feature here they added was to show the population of zombies currently that are in this round. Now let's start on with the strategies. As you can see from round 1, I just stabbed the zombies, as round 1 is dead easy. Round 2, I shot a whole mag with my pistol into them and then I stabbed them. I did this for the maximum amount of points. And now by round 3 I bought the MP5K, which is on the left house of me and upstairs. And now what I'm doing is I'm shooting them twice in the chest and I'm stabbing them. This is once again to get as many points as you can. And it's now you're probably saying, why do we need to save up so much points? Now it's basically to open that truck on the left, as there's everything in there. Basically there's the bowie knife, the kind of knuckles, all the good stuff basically. Now what you want to do for once you finish round 3, when you finish shooting them twice and stabbing them, for round 4 you want to shoot them 3 times then stab them, basically the same as round 3. And round 5 it would be a bit hard to stay shooting them 4 times and stab them, so what you want to do is just shoot them in the head once again for as many points as you can get. And hopefully if you got a max ammo like I did, luckily you could shoot them, use your pistol to get as many points as you can while you line them up. Now for the early rounds, my preferred circling would be here, around the in the middle of the 2 houses, since for the early rounds it is quite open and there are 2 parts. You could, if you get cornered in one part, you could go around and find an alternative route. I mean, for the early round it shouldn't be so hard, as long as you don't stop looking forward, as in, because they could come from either side and hit you from the back. So now, as you can see, by round 6 you'd have 6,000 points, so you'd want to open the fan and buy the Bowie knife. And if you have even more points, buy the AK-74U because it is a stronger gun than the MP5K. But it's good to have two assault guns. Now, as you can see, what you want to do till round 10, since the Bowie knife is a one-hit kill till round 10, you'd want to stay going round as I'm doing this area, circling them, and basically stabbing each zombie that comes in your way, as the Bowie knife is a one-hit kill, as I said, till round 10, and it gives quite a few points. And if they're all lined up, you'd want to just spray a mag into them with either your AK or your MP5. Preferably on their heads to get as many points as you can. If by at least round 10 you should have 7,000 points, and you'll see, or round 6, or sorry, no, wait, not now. I forgot to mention, well, I did mention at the Perk spawn Andy, but now you'd want to check at least by round 6 or 7 if Juggernog has spawned, as we all know Juggernog is the most important perk. And luckily it spawned for me now, so I went for it, since I had more than enough points, and that is why you should save up the points after you get the Bowie knife. Now that I bought Juggernog, the strategy is basically half done, since Juggernog is one of the most important perks, and I figured since I had some leftover points, I'd buy Quick Revive just in case. And by round 10 basically your setup would want to be this, with Juggernog, and now that you have more than 6,000 points, you'd be able to buy the Calv Knuckles. Now these are at the front of the van. At first I didn't know where they were like hidden behind the box, but then I saw the glowing item and I said, there it is. So what's, you're probably saying like, why waste another 6,000 points? Well, the Calv Knuckles are a one-hit kill till round 14, and they're just really strong. They're even faster than the Bowie knife. So you would basically want to continue circling in the middle and just using the Calv Knuckles, or when they line up, just shoot them. And I also thought it was a good idea to buy some Sentex grenades and some claymores, since they could come in useful. Now by round 13, hopefully Pack-a-Punch should have spawned for you guys as well, and what you'd want to do is upgrade one of your assault or submachine guns. As you know, they'll be much stronger now, and this is where all the points come in that we've saved in previous rounds. See how they came in useful now. And since you'll have a lot of points, you could even try the chest for either a heavy or a ray gun. But since I got a good submachine gun, I said I'll just stick with this for now, since it's round 13, and I'll cope with this setup. So basically by this round you don't have at least one upgraded gun, but since you have a lot of points you can even upgrade both of them. Now I also thought it was a good idea to buy double tap just in case, since it could also come useful, make your guns a bit stronger. Now guys, something very important, since the Calv Knuckles are already a one-hit kill till round 13, you'd want to circle either here at the back of this house or at the back of the other house, since the middle will be a bit tougher. And what you'd want to be careful, be sure that you don't open these two barriers, the ones I'm showing you are the two sofas on these stairs on either house, because the zombies could come down from those stairs, and they could come from both sides, and they could really make it a lot more difficult for you. So I'd want to keep those barriers closed at all times to make the circling a bit easier. Now what I found a bit useful is, before every round starts, is to put claymores near the door. I mean, it doesn't make so much of a difference, but it does help a bit. I mean, they could be a bit useful at certain points. And basically what you want to do by this round is just circle as I'm doing around the house. The only reason I chose this house, it could be behind either house, whichever one you guys prefer basically, but the reason I chose this is because there's both the chest and the Pack-a-Punch near me, which is very useful, since I can upgrade a gun whenever I want to. I could try for the chest for a gun as well. And just circle here, I mean, The most important thing when you're circling, guys, is to just keep confident and don't panic. I mean, if you don't panic, you should find no problem circling, and if not, obviously you have to practice that a bit. As you can see, what I'm doing is I am circling till I know that a spawn has stopped, until they're all aligned. And once they're all aligned, I just spray a whole mag into them, which should eliminate a whole spawn. But as you know, since it's a late round, since it'll be late, since now it's late rounds, there's more than one spawn, so you'd want to, once you know that the spawn has stopped, you'd want to start circling again, and when you see they're all aligned, just shoot them, just happy fire, and yeah. And as you can see, I do not take the bombs, guys, because I want as many points as I can, because the bombs, even though they could save you and points, what I do is really I take them at the end of the round. And what's really a really good feature, guys, I forgot to mention, is that now you can pack a punch your gun as many times as you want. And this is really useful because let's say you could make it stronger, or if you're low on your upgraded ammo, you could refill it, which is a very good addition. And what I did now, I bought quick reload just in case, since it's pretty good as well. And since I had a lot of points, I figured it's time for a bit of a better weapon, like maybe an RPD or even a ray gun. I do end up getting monkeys, which can be pretty useful as well, and an RPD. And I changed it for my AK since the other one I found a bit stronger. And now what I'm doing basically is I'm circling in the same area, and I'm running with my submachine gun because it's faster, and then when they're all aligned, I use my RPD and fire a whole mag into them, which is the best thing to do. And obviously, since the late round and I got the RPD a bit late, I figured that even though it's quite strong, I figured it has to be stronger, so I decided to upgrade it. And that it will be upgraded basically. And by round 20, your setup would want to look more or less like this. You definitely need to have Juggernaut and I would say quick reload, and at least an upgraded RPD, or even better, a ray gun if you have monkeys, if you get them, and a light gun to run with. Now here, since I got even more points, I figured it's time to get the ray gun, even though it took me a long time. I finally got it. And basically now your setup is complete. You'll have the ray gun, the RPD, all perks, claymores, monkeys, everything basically. And what you want to do is basically just continue what I'm doing, just circling around. You should, as I said, guys, if you're confident and don't panic, it should really be easy, and you can get to really high rounds with this strategy. As long as you remember not to look back, and only look back when you know that they have stopped spawning. Ray gun could also be useful because it could make crawlies to make them a bit slower, but you have to be careful because they could screw it up for you. Now, since by round 23, since my ray gun was low ammo, I figured I should upgrade it, and as I said, you can upgrade it as many times as you want, and we have a good amount of points, so we can keep on getting more ammo, refilling it, and you'd want to continue circling. Now the best thing to do is circle, run with your ray gun and shoot anyone in your way with your ray gun, since it is much stronger and faster, and when they're all aligned, you'd want to shoot them, spray with your upgraded RPD. Here, unfortunately, I died. Soon actually, since I made so many crawlies, I didn't think that they'd screw it up for me at the end. Basically what happened, it's quite embarrassing. I got stuck with that rock, a bunch of crawlies came, they cornered me, then all the zombies came on me and they downed me. And I forgot not to panic, and I'm saying, oh no, I have to go back for a Juggernaut, so I just run with my ray gun, I run straight to the house for a Juggernaut, and I completely forget that I have monkeys, so I just run straight not thinking, and they down me, they trap me in the house. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I need to do for this strategy. You should get high rounds. I do end up getting a pretty good score. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.